Oh, shit. Toot 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 toot. Toot 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 toot. Toot 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 toot. Toot 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 toot. Toot 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 toot. Part 2 on that playthrough. Let's make some content. I have about 4 minutes before we need to go out. I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna have a little time on the lake shore, and then there's gonna be a lot of things to take care of. But at the same time, fuck, I love life. So we're good. Let's go. What a lovely lady. What a lovely lady. Good. She's asking me if I live alone because I talk alone. Nah, bro. This is really good. Don't blink, it's your Wayne. Welcome to the show. Oh, you missed a lovely conversation with my neighbor. At least I got it here. But it was lovely. Don't blink, it's your Wayne. Welcome to the commentary show. It's a new because I'm having a wonderful 30th of May 2025. We're about to be doing a small but very complete video of making content. We're going to be talking about season 10. Now, I do want to apologize for season 10 fail. What ended up happening is Netflix was down. So I thought for the longest time that we didn't have Trailer Park Boys anymore. No. Netflix was down. So what I'm going to do is I don't have that much time because my father called me this morning for help. And I love it about my father, but I slept later. Which means we woke up later. And it wasn't easy. Oh, I forgot to do myself a water. Give me a second. There you go. See, I don't fucking like that. TikTok's always starting for no reason. I didn't tell TikTok to start. I'm out there. That's how they get inflated views because people are not there. So yeah, we had TikTok and we had Trailer Park Boys, and I couldn't find the file. So then the problem that I did was I tried so hard to be on the computer, and I thought the computer was having a problem. But then I switched to the phone, and I went to Netflix on the phone, and it wasn't working either. So we're having Pink Lemonade Crystal Light. I'm gonna restart from zero. The Trailer Park Boys season 10. Oh, amazing season. Completely different from the season 9. Completely different from season 8. Better than season 8, better than season 9. It is really, really, really good. There's a lot of things that I don't like, but one thing that I do like, and again, season 10 I was a bit harsh with it. I was a bit harsh with it because of the J-Rock accent, the Ben Benson, the Snoop Dogg, and the Tom Arnold. That took a lot of place. But honestly, a great season. A lot of laugh. I laughed really hard. Some of the fucked up moments, and yes, there's some cringe moments, but compared to season 9, there's not that many of them. So without further ado, let's get right into the review. I like doing that. I like saying this. Okay, good. All I have to do is this. and Netflix will work. I don't know why it wasn't working though. It was down for some reason, and it's funny because so how can I say this? It was on for a certain amount of minutes, and when it was finally up, my show started. So we have season 10, 11, episode 1, Freedom 45. But this is really cool. We're having a Sunnyvale Trailer Park Boy, which is finally owned by Julian. And it's funny because I don't remember who owned the park in season 8. I don't remember. But this is the time that Julian owns the park, so basically they can do whatever the fuck they want, which is Moneyvale, which is super cool. The whole season is great because we do have the park in Julian care. So we start with a very cool thing of and this is the intro of season 1 of season 10 is actually quite cool because you got Randy, who was a park supervisor, finally. Mr. Julian, you got Swinna coming in, and the funny thing is Ricky is like, oh, just leave the park, just leave the park, just leave the park. Now the kind of the problem with that is we don't know why they're so bad at the trailer park. They're so bad at the camera crew, right? Now why is that a problem? Because it was possibly said in their Swenet exclusive, so you have to be part of a subscription to know what happened to be able to watch another subscription. Oh, this is good. This is good. Okay, let's go. My neighbor is so nice. She's so nice. Okay. We got Julian with his 2 girlfriends owning the park. We got Reggie and Ricky. All of them are pissed off. We got Ricky finally having his drugstore. I thought his drugstore was season 8, but it was in season 10. Season 10 is just so well made. It's just so well made. They really took the time to do it. Season 8, I felt like they were looking at it too big. Season 9, they were trying to do something that people, fan services. Season 10, they were just like, fuck you. And there's so many things. So, for example, season 10, we're 5 minutes in, and we get the situation of what happened to Randy Jr. The fact that he left, we have already noise complaints, which is the relationship, the beginning of the relationship between Ted and Randy, which is freaking hilarious. I mean, it's hilarious because you see Leahy and Randy, and like, okay, well, it makes sense, they're both fucked. You see Ted and Randy, and it's like, Randy got something special, dude. Randy's got something special. We have Julian in the bar, J-Rock at the Shit Rock. Julian has a country bar for some reason. Everybody's there, everybody's happy. They're celebrating Freedom 45, and Bubbles like, no, this is our dream with Ricky. Ricky, with Trinity having a baby, Lucy has baby fever and she wants to be having a baby also. So right now, him and Lucy are really going at it, which is our 3 main characters. So Ricky does some mushroom which transforms him. Lucy gets really mad at him. We have Baby Mo, and the cool thing with Baby Mo is, so this is kind of tricky. So the cool thing with Baby Mo is by this seeing the age of a baby, the baby will change really quickly. The way it looks at 3 months versus a year is very different. So you're kind of seeing how long has it been since they start filming. It's not that long. We got Ricky with his drugstore. That is so fucking nice because Ricky is a fuck up, right? But he finally doing something that he like, finally doing something that he care about, and it's kind of cool because he has There's a product for every single member of the park. You have a muscle drink for Julian. He has a gummy worm for Bubbles. He has a bubble tea for tea. Bubble tea for tea is actually pretty cool. You got Jacob, which is really nice because Jacob having this this confessional. I think this is one of the first confessional of Jacob, and he said, "Oh well, I have 4 jobs. Ricky said I need to pay for the wedding," which doesn't serve a purpose. It's just Ricky being hard on Jacob. However, it does serve a purpose when you think about, okay, well, the wedding is still going on. I want to also talk about how the episodes are 26 minutes. That's also very good. You got Ricky being a great grandfather. Now, the funny thing is, it's like about motel, about drugs, but you've been a great grandfather. You got Bubbles and Randy were pissed at each other because Randy got everything that Bubble was selling because of the Eon, which is super nice. Then we got Bubbles, and Bubble is doing so freaking well, which we love. Bubble is, oh man, I love this. Look at this. I'm just gonna be listening, make you guys listen to it because it's so funny.
Those I was eyeing up the drugs. Just being a fucking arsehole, yes, man. I can't focus on that shit. There's too many good things happening. Car business is gonna start booming again. I can feel it in my bones. Market's gonna get hot, and I'll be selling these silver bitches as fast as I can fix them. Right. Oh yeah, I'm practicing out for this thing right here. Open mic contest at the Legion. Up that $1,000 grand prize. Plus, if I win, I get to compete the Legions. Maybe even do the whole Legion circuit. I mean, that's a big deal, obviously. You know, I'd be clocking road strange every night of the week. And I don't mean the regular old load that you used to hang around the parking lot. I'm getting some quality scratch.
This is awesome. And what I really like here is that Bubble finally what he's doing what he wants. He's fixing cart, which was always his passion. Taking care of kitties, always did. However, we mentioned the Legional, which is the regional of the Legion. And what is actually cool is I never made the baby. I was fucking dumb, but I never made the fact that he's actually competing in the season. But it was just to show the Legion. Now he's competing, which is super fucking cool. We got more of Ricky and Bubbles. Lucy saying, "Hey, I want to have a baby." Now the cool thing is, again, this is what we love about Trailer Park Boys. It seems like this. The confessional.
It's kind of lame. Pump the gas and it fucking takes forever to leave your hose there. You just want it to end. It never fucking
You see Bubbles in the background.
What the fuck are you talking about?
I fucking love this. Yeah, that's what we want. This is the banter they have. And Lucy wanting to be pregnant is kind of not necessarily annoying, but she's asking Ricky, "Hey, like do this, and it's kind of annoying because Ricky kind of is a free spirit. However, it's just to make the family closer. Got Randy complaining, and Randy you feel bad about it. Randy you feel really bad about it because how can I say this? He's always treated like shit, right? We got Sarah to come back, and the cool thing with Sarah is I can actually picture like Barbara having a midlife crisis, right? Donna, we don't care about her. Sarah was a good person, but the fact that she betrayed everybody was kind of shitty. She went to jail, then she come back and she's cool again. We have Ricky testing out new weed product, which is good because he got the drugstore. You got Julian with his bar. You got Ricky accident while he's banging. He's banging Lucy so hard he breaks the trailer, which is crazy because he just like about how banging for making a baby was boring, right? So that's kind of funny. It is just some good old Trailer Park Boys. You got Bubbles again with Ricky being having argument, and it's so fucking funny because Julian is losing customer because Ricky's banging too hard. So this is moment that it's kind of fucked. It reminds you at which point the trailer park is fucked. We have Lucy was banging one of the firefighter. So again, it's kind of cool because they all half pass, and they're finally giving Lucy some more lines. What is actually really cool here is a couple things. So they're giving Lucy more lines. Why is that? Am I a big fan of Lucy? I don't mind the character of Lucy. I don't think she's the worst. She's not the best, but she's not the worst. However, what is really cool is, since season 1, she didn't really have a lot to do. It's crazy how little she has to do with the story, and you just forget about it. You just like, okay, well, wow, I didn't think that she had that much, but I still think that she had more than. I'm checking my battery pack is recording. So yeah, that being said, it's so nice. Now the bad thing is, At the end of this season, there's a whole drama with her falsely accusing Bubbles of raping her, right? And then season 11, she's not there, so she finally had what it. A lot of people said Lucy wanted to be a bigger star, right? And it's kind of complex because I do understand what I don't agree with what she's trying to do, but I understand. It's like the Seinfeld cast. George Alexander George was always seen as George Costanza. Julia Louis Dreyfus was always seen as Elaine, and Jerry Seinfeld was always seen as Jerry Seinfeld. You know, so yeah, so it's I don't know. I have no clue. It's so sad, you know. For the people for Tripper Boys, it will always be seen as Ricky, Owen, and Julian. Lucy will always be seen as Lucy. You think the time Roscoe had a lot of you had a lot of offer for work? No. What is really cool is in season 1, if it's in episode 1, we're seeing Sarah come back, and then we're seeing Barbara and Candy. So Candy is a new character they introduced in season 10. Not my favorite, but she's not that bad. I remember not liking her at all, but she's entertaining. She's entertaining. She's like a bad influence. Barbara's a complete bitch, right? Which is also cool because we had Sarah saying, "Hey, Barbara's a bitch," and we have Donna. That's pretty much it. We have the girlfriend of Julian talking about the problem. We had in episode 1 the plot being explained, which is really fucking cool because every time they do that, and they're like, hey, and it's so fucking funny because Candy just wants the money. Barb is like, yo, the contract that you signed with Leahy when he was drunk is not legal, and then she just hates Randy. It does feel good, but at the same time, it feels a bit boring because if it wasn't for Randy, Donna wouldn't have this not necessarily plot point, but she wouldn't have that much of it wouldn't have that much of a story. I don't know, it's hard. She wouldn't be important, right? So we got season 10 episode 2 we're flying through. Season episode 2, if you want my money you can suck my cock. So everybody is worried, and once again it's something that I really enjoy because the plot of the episode is that Julian is needing money, right, and nobody helps him, and it's always the same case. Always Julian has to take care of everybody. So he's like pissed. He's like, yo, you guys have to pay your law fees and shit like that, right? So that's good. Big lemonade, Crystal Lights. We have Leahy, and it's not because Leahy not being part of the first episode. It's completely crazy. Leahy was one of the most important characters. To me, it's possibly Julian, Bubble, Ricky, and then Leahy for sure. As importance, but so importance is often screen time. So Leahy was talking about it. Leahy will finally crack the code. He maintains his level at 1.12. Now it's nuts because Julian has always said that. Julian has always been like, hey, pace yourself. Hey, pace yourself. Hey, pace yourself. And then Leahy finally does it. We have more of Steinberg trying to do a dirty contract. Steinberg kind of he is doing this Gracie shit, right? It's pretty boring. So now they gotta do a job to get the money, right? Now I forgot the job. The job is what? I completely forgot. We got if you put some music and I'm not able to film, like I could be right. Good. Get to the park. You get the whole J-Rock with the accent, which again is so fucking boring. So you have him return. He has a new girlfriend. Now the J-Rock, the whole thing, it's super boring, but it leads to some point. I'm gonna spoil it right now for you guys. This is much later on, but it gets spoiled, and so J Rock, he found this girl, right? And MC's like, yo, he chose her over me. Like, nah, he's trying to get you a healthy environment to live in, right? He's trying to help you out, and you feel bad for J Rock because his mom, she didn't have a father. So he's trying to give that to MC Flurry, right? It's kind of cool, but the Spanish accent sucks. Got MC Flurry who misses his father. You got Randy asking for loss fees, and Ricky saying you can suck my cock. What else? See, this one is actually pretty good. It's a pretty good season. You can tell it's easier. Like season 8, season 9, I was having a hard time. Season 10 is actually pretty good. Season 11 is also pretty fucking good. Season 11 problem is Leahy because he's too much of Leahy. Season 12 is perfection. So you got Julian asking for Randy to collect loss fees, and he gives a hug to Julian. You got Leahy who's working and getting some journal, which is really cool because he's retired. A lot of retired people are gonna be working small jobs. So Leahy's doing this, he's happy. He's finding pacing himself with alcohol. He has taken over alcohol. And the funniest thing he says in this one, I don't know, I'm not a drinker, so maybe it's true, maybe it's not true. But he says, I am sober enough to know what I'm doing and drunk enough to be having fun doing it. So that, it really rang a bell. Well, it didn't really ring a bell to me, but it really like, okay, well, this is kind of cool. I kind of fuck with that, right? You got the girls going to Leahy and saying, hey, I'm gonna need your help. And Leahy doesn't want to help them because it's kind of complex because Leahy doesn't do it to help the boys. Just staying out of shit, right? And it's nice because Leahy kind of moved out of Sunnyvale. So it's not like it goes back to season 5, episode 6. We can coexist. Don't cross the shit line, and we're good. Right? Which is something we saw. You got the girls kind of being mad with Julian because they're not fucking them. Which is, again, the harem. Pimp. Bubble says, hey, if you need some help. Bubble's like, hey, if you need some help, I'm there. And people are telling him, hey, you can handle it. So this actually served no fucking purpose. The fact that people said to Bubble, you can handle it, served no fucking purpose. It's just to make fun of Bubbles in a good way. However, when Bubble is being called a nerd, and this season, like, okay, well, people are really messing with Bubbles, you know? So we got this, we got that. You got people that are getting the lofties. Marguerite said, I'll fuck you off, but you don't give me the, what should we call it? You don't give me the problems. She takes a nail clipper, she's breaking it. Ricky's is breaking is fixing his trailer, and then Bubble asking, am I a nerd? Right? It's like, no, you're not a nerd, you're a cool guy. And he tells, and that's the cool way. Bubble asked Julian, do I look like a nerd? And Bubble said, no, and Julian said, no, you're a cool guy. Then he asked Ricky, and Ricky tells him the truth. He said, yeah, you look like a nerd, but you're a cool guy. So it's kind of cool. So you got Barbara, Donna, and Candy, BDC, who takes over. He takes over. What should I call it? He takes over the trailer of Leahy. We got Ricky asking for money for Randy. Now this is a cool part, but this is kind of like a weird part. So Randy says, "Hey, you owe us some money, Ricky." And Ricky's like, "No, I'm best friend with the fucking owner. Suck my cock." But then Julian's like, "Yo, you owe us money. You do." And Julian is kind of right. Julian is kind of right in the fact that Ricky owe him money because he doesn't pay his rent fees. And Julian never gave a fuck because he wasn't the park owner. But now that he's the park owner, everybody has to give out rent, right? Now the problem is it could be seen as, well, Ricky. Now that Ricky has money, we're gonna tax him. So that's pretty much it. Not the most interesting stuff, but still got more fighting with Ricky. And it's funny because in this one, when Ricky comes in to fight Randy, the first thing that Ricky does is he takes Randy's pants and pull them up, which is, we know it's his secret weapon. So we have this. We have MC Flurry studying, and this is cool because him studying is, so this is really good writing actually. Season 9 was all about MC Flurry accepting J-Rock as a dad. Now what it is to be a dad. So when he does his homework, J-Rock has to make sure that he's doing the homework. Lucy is banged up, and Ricky tells her that he's afraid to have kids, and she's like, I'm afraid too, we can be afraid together, right? And this is the coolest thing because this is Lucy being understanding of Ricky. It's just the coolest thing, and that's pretty much it. So then Julian is freaking out. He said nobody can drink for free anymore. No more tabs. The problem is Julian wasn't paying people, so he wasn't paying people. They were taking part of the park. He wouldn't pay them, but when they go to this bar, they would drink for free. So it was like an agreement, but he doesn't respect it. Bubble is sad because him and Ricky are fighting. Julian is seeing how much bills we have. Jericho asking, hey, I need some cash. Can we do a job? Right? So everybody's starting to talk about a job. And Julian's like, yo, I want to own a business. And the coolest thing about that was the whole time, Bubble always had this, I want to have my own business. I want to have a legit business and don't do crimes. And then at Freedom 45, Julian realized that Bubble was right all along, right? And Julian has this park, and he said, I should be able to make money, but I still have to commit crime. What the fuck is going on? You got Leahy and Randy, and this is actually a cool part, because Randy and Leahy, they fight, and the coolest part is that Leahy and Randy actually took a break. So then Leahy gets a problem with Donna, Barbs, and Candy, like, please, Bobandy, help me. And then Bobandy's like, you're drunk. And then Leahy started to tell him, dude, I'm good. And Randy is very impressed, right? He's very impressed. He's very, very impressed because this is so good. This is so fucking good. Randy's impressed, but it's not enough. You got Bubble who's starting to be picked on, so he changed his old style, right? And it's so fucking cool because Bubble is like, yo, I'm a rude guy. I'm a gangster now. You got tough guy Bubbles, and and it's so funny because they do a job. Julian, Bubbles, Ricky, T, and J Rock, and then he's like, they could.
We're fucking in. Fucking way.
As it is.
We're fucking into that, not me. We're down with jobs. Force liquor. Force liquor. You know, buddy? Put it on my tab.
Okay, this is funny.
Spot drinks. Doubles. Better. We'll just take it easy now.
It's still a gangster, but you know the whole Bubble is still there. Take it easy now. I love this. So we have Leahy, who's being completely drunk, but the really cool thing was he's eating a bag of chip, and he has fucking squirrel in it. And it's the whole thing of Ricky having a squirrel once again, which is fucking funny. I love that. Leahy is not doing well. He has to deal with the three girls, and the three girls are pushing him to drink. See, at first when you see Leahy, he's like he's okay, right? But now the more you fuck with him, he's looking more and more to drink some more. How much I'm allowed to drink, right? And then the first thing that happened, and this is a beautiful thing, he's able to pace himself, he's able to control himself. The first thing that happened, the very, very, very first thing that happened is he's supposed to stay at 0.12, it goes to 0.16. Like, close enough. And then it's the beginning of the shit again. With the boys wanting to do a job. You got Bubbles with his fucking new getup, which is gangster. I love that. I'm talking about the job that they want to do. Sarah and Lucy, they're like, I don't care if you do a job, but we have to be in the job. We have to get in the job. You got the MC, and it's really tough because MC's like, yo, I don't like my new mom. And Gerald's like, yo, please try. I need your support, right? And it's hard because he's trying to do something good, but isn't able to. Now, speaking of loud noise, today I had something really cool happen. So I go to my father's to pick up my phone because I left my phone to upload more. And I see the boys, Jordy and Gordy. So you don't know, Gordy and Jordy are people that I met via the Blood Moon. We were watching the Blood Moon, and it was really cool. Talk to old friends, you know. But the job that they do is they steal a bike from the city. Now what is really cool is for the first time we have Sarah and Lucy being there, which is kind of cool because we have women representation. If you look at it before, no women, and I'm sorry to say that, but no woman was actually kind of part of the story. You know what was the biggest part? The biggest part was Lucy, but the biggest part with Lucy was being back with Ricky or not. the biggest part of Trip Park Boys. It was possibly Barb's at some point, but Barb is the owner of the park. So it was never about the ladies of the park, just Trailer Park Girls, right? So finally is. Now we do have a cool scene with the security of the campus saying, "Hey, can I take those bikes?" But it's more so of Ricky being a bullshitting genius and negotiating and fucking them over with his Jedi mind trick. So it's interesting, but it's the same. It's this. It's interesting, but it's not. It's really in the sense of, hey, we see something that we haven't seen, but it's not in the sense of this is something that did I really need to see it? Not really. So yeah, so we have the boys. Now we have the ultimate titty twister. Brandy's the first one to set up the candy, like because she's a woman and she kind of fights, right? You can't fight a woman, and then you get his nipple twisted, in a really bad sense. You can see that he's there. And the funny thing is, last episode, Leahy went to ask for help from Randy. Randy wouldn't help him, so when Randy asked Leahy for help, like, nope, I'm not gonna help you, right? So yeah, so. But then you see, this is such a sweet moment. Then you see how bad they treat him, and he feels bad. Look at this. This is the sussest, gayest moments of Trailer Park series. You'd think it'd be Leahy and Randy fucking, but no. This is it. He's rubbing ointment on his tits. Yeah. And it gets really sexual. But then Randy's like, I'm not sure about how I feel about this. The boys, they go in and try to sell the bike. The cool thing is that we get some new characters. The good thing is we get Officer Pencilcock. We saw him in season 9 as the park appraisal. So the fact that we use these characters again is really nice, but they get a lowball offer. It doesn't work. They don't get enough. So then they have to sell the is that no, that's not it. So then Randy's like, yo, we have a really big problem, guys. Try to stop them. But then because Julian's like, yo, protect the park, protect the entrance of the park. Nobody comes something that I don't want. So it's more so his problem. So now T, and I gotta love T here. I gotta love T. So T is kind of the uncle of MC Flurry by de facto. So then you protect him, MC Flurry. He's like, yo, this bitch is whack. And then J-Rock is like, no, she's not whack. She's my future wife, right? And then it sucks because he's like, J-Rock says it's the best thing that ever happened to me. And then T is like, is that the really best thing that happened to you? What about MC Flurry, right? So MC Flurry gets a girlfriend, and then J-Rock trying to act cool, but then MC Flurry says the truth. MC Flurry is like, yo, her family is normal. The boys are doing B and E's, and the B's and E's. This one is so fucking funny, because see, it's boring how every time that we meet a cop, Ricky is there to some situation in the same exact way. So it's boring. But this one is the fact that he's using something kind of funny. He say, I saw a drunk guy, and a guy with purple nipple. So then the police called him in. That's really fucking funny. It's really fucking funny. So they steal furniture, which is, again, something we saw. Lucy freaks out because Ricky was supposed to bring her on a job, but he said no. Now they're waiting. Got Corey and Trevor saying, hey, we hide the stuff, we hide it in the lake. They hide the electronic in the lake. So then Julian's like, okay, well, what can we do? I have to do another job. And then Ricky tells him, no, I cannot do any jobs. So Julian's like, okay, well, fuck it. I can't take care of this. Enjoy not being here. And once again, it's Bubble that is the V team. He's the one that says to Julian, hey, please care. And Ricky's like, yo, try to understand Julian. And he tells Ricky, understand Julian, right? So it's really cool because this is what we saw. This is Trailer Park Boy, the same thing. The B&Es are not new. The fight between Ricky and Julian aren't new. Corey and Trevor, or Corey and Jacob fucking up, is not new. It's just that the stakes are higher. The stakes are higher, so same situation to the different problem. Which, as long as I'm doing something different, I don't care what, I'll accept it. I'll be happy about it, you know? I'll be happy about it. And then Julian finally tells Bubble, you look like a fucking dick. Right? And Bubble's like, okay, I can finally be myself. which is cool because the whole thing, I think, serve a couple of purposes. The first purpose itself, or it tries to solve at the very least, is that Bubble is insecure, which is normal. It's something that happens. I mean, the best of us, right? It's normal. But in this case, what is actually really cool is that the boys are like, yo, we like you the way you are. It doesn't really matter. So the boys love actually fix the confidence of Bubbles, which is something we enjoy seeing. And that is pretty much it. Got season 10, episode 4. Movie this one, after that I have to go to the lakeshore to film some stuff. And I'll be back at around 8 or 10 filming this. We'll be filming the nature corner the whole time, so it doesn't matter. We're gonna do something new with the GoPro. That should be fun. Super Boys, a bunch of royalties. So then they talk about how they use all the money. They used all of the money for Trinity's wedding in Colorado for the park for Steinberg, and now we need to get the money back. We need to get the money back because now they look like, and that's why Lucy was pissed. The problem is, see, Ricky doesn't mind letting down people. He minds letting down Trinity. That's new. We got more Leahy and Randy, and it's fun because it's the first time. So see, Leahy and Randy being in this relationship is nice, but Leahy and Randy were in this relationship since season 1. We never saw the romance between Leahy and Randy. We know from the Christmas special that they used to be together because when Jim was a cop, Randy was a prostitute. We know that, but we never had this courting season or this flirting. Now we're getting that, and we're getting Leahy was really making an effort to Randy, and it's such a good thing because it's Leahy not being a fucking drunken mess that makes it. And this is even more, and this is gonna sound very sus, but there's a chance that Leahy, when he's drunk, he's bisexual. When he's sober, he's straight. And Leahy might needed the perfect thing for Randy, drunk enough to know he's bi, but sober enough to treat Randy's right. So that's really cool. They get back together, which is really nice. The boys are just chilling and they're looking for a plan, and they see this hat from Sam Losco, who now has a business. So it's like, well, if we steal from someone, we're gonna be stealing from Sam. Because he said Steinberg asked for more money and more money and more money, which is again added pressure for the boys, right? There's no guarantee to win. They're talking about we need money, so they do the plan to steal from Sam. Now the whole thing is fucked because they don't have any money from the wedding, so now there's even more. It's a whole thing. It's a whole thing of Ricky saying, "Hey, I don't want to do the job because I promised Lucy I wouldn't do it." So they have a plan to steal from Sam. Now Ricky is not doing it, but Julian tricks him and say, "Hey, all you gotta do is drive us, right?" And she says, Lucy's like, "Yo, there's pizza. Go get some pizza." So you got Leahy buying some tent, which serves two purposes. It's again to show that Candy, Barbara, and Donna really took over him. But it's an old good old thing to see Leslie Dancer. Now, I'm gonna be honest, I didn't like Leslie Dancer in season 9. I love him in season 10. To a point where you don't have any idea. There's always neighbors talking. It's not they're talking to me, and I don't want to disrespect them. So, he's trying to keep up, and Leslie's trying to be a friend to Leahy, but it's like, no. Now they do the B&E to the Detra King, which is also a business, and Sugar Park Boy Greasy Money. So what ended up happening is they're having too much problem. Ricky ends up helping them, and Ricky ends up stealing the safe. So the safe is the way to do the job, right? They have problems. So what happened is they take the car, and they fuck up the car. The car is Lucy's car. Now the cool thing with this is that Lucy, it's not the first time we're seeing Ricky with his car. So it's not like, oh my god, you got a car out of nowhere. He gets it out. Jacob admit that they used the money from the wedding. Now they're really pissed. Ricky fuck up the trailer. He fuck up the car. Leahy trying to do peace with the girls. It doesn't really work. So because Ricky fucks up the car, Lucy is pissed and she wants to break up with him. But Lucy says, Ricky, please be honest with me, right? I'm sick of your lying. Which is gonna show up with a more honest Ricky, which is weirdly an improvement for Ricky, right? So then it's not because this episode, the whole thing is Druck's making mama joke, which is boring. Ricky eats ground pizza. See, I'm having fun. There's just so little to say versus lore-wise, right? But it's still fun. See, now Leahy start to drink a lot more, and this is when it happened that he has 0.16, so he's kind of drunk. They open up the safe, thinking there's gold inside. No, there's only rotten teeth. They have no money. There's more noise complaint. So then Randy do some favor for Ted, which is sexual flavor. Now, what I love here, what I absolutely love here, is Steinberg. Even though he's greasy, he has some good moments. So, for example, Ted comes in and says, "Hey, Denture King was robbed today. Do you know anything about that, Julian?" He's like, "No, it's Steinberg free of charge." Says, "No, my client wasn't there. My client was there all day." And then Steinberg saved their asses. He's like, "We don't need to warrant to search your house." And he's like, "That's not my house. That's my business." So then he gets it, and then the plan to privatize the whole park is amazing. So privatizing the whole park is gonna bring in some really good scenes. For example, when it's gonna come out, there's not gonna be, you need warrants, you need search warrants, which is very important. There's more so you can smoke in a private space. So there's a lot of things that's going on that weren't going on before, and it's definitely an improvement from the series. Is it the best? No, but I'm telling you, season 10 was really enjoyable. Season 11 was a bit weak. Season 12 is perfect. So yeah, I think I'm gonna have to give you guys a ranking at the end of my favorite season. I'm gonna hand here. We're doing good. We're doing 10.5. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna go chill a little bit. Go to the lake shore. Then I'm gonna come back, and then when I come back, I'm gonna be making the video. I'm gonna be charging the 2 phones. That's gonna be pretty good, right? Sounds good. Sounds great. I love you guys. Take it easy. Peace. Oh my god, a lot of work. 7.9. Okay. Ooh. See, I would have not enough. Why aren't you uploading? Every time we lie awake, and after every hit we take, every feeling that I get, but I have.
Imagine if I'm missing what I ain't gotta say. I never give a broke bitch any time of day. You ugly when you jealous, bitch. Look at that.
Be nice. Be nice to me, dude. Be nice to Papa. Don't blink. It's your boy Ink. Welcome to the show. I'm doing well because I'm having a wonderful day on this 20th May 2025. Today we're doing a really cool video. We're doing something that's really fun and I love doing, which is turning on the recording for my screen recorder. Today we're talking about BTS. We're talking about some behind the scene. This is kind of like an update to the channel. This is something really cool. I'm going to do a short video because we have done already, I'm not even joking. Wish I was joking when I say I literally already had I literally already have so many freaking hours. No, so sorry. I can't remember. This was today. Okay, so today we're celebrating because my debt is finished, so we have a little bit of wine. So we just did a nature corn. We just did a GoPro stroll. So maybe 40 minutes and hours, I don't know. So what ended up happening is we're going to be changing something with the channel. Now, this is going to be a very, very, very minor change. This is a change for the better, which is, again, it's via the GoPro. So the GoPro is a camera that I love using. You guys saw multiple, if you guys are familiar with the channel, you guys saw multiple video of me being in love with the GoPro. First of all, it's small, it's compact, the quality of the camera is amazing. It doesn't weigh anything. I can put it in my pocket versus, I would say, another camera that I couldn't put it in my pocket. The phone is great. However, the phone constantly get full. So, in a lot of regard, with the GoPro, I have 1,000 gigs. On this tablet, I have 1,000 gigs. I'm recording, and this is a true story. I know it's hard to believe, but I'm recording more with these two phones together that I can upload. And I got four cameras. So of course, the plan would be to film, and then when we get a job, I'll be able to say, okay, well, I cannot film as much, so now I'm gonna be emptying. But that's pretty much it for now. Now that being said, because there's a lot to talk about. The GoPro is also the quality of the camera. So if I'm being completely honest, I bought a used GoPro about 2022, and this camera is better. The Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra is better. However, I do. That's good. It's very good. I do also use Galaxy Z4. Galaxy Z4, I use it for the. I use it for the. I'm exhausted. I'm a bit tipsy, so it's hard to make videos right now. I use this for the selfie camera. So the selfie camera with these two, they're pretty similar. This one is a bit better, but it's really when you're doing a zoom in. It's really when you're filming the landscape. Like for example, right now we're filming a sunset, and I wouldn't be using this camera to do it. So it is a lot better. So the GoPro is better than this one, but not as good as this one. So what I would like to do is, because also our sleep schedule isn't perfect. You guys have known that this is my dream, to make content, so we do make content. However, I go to bed late. I go to bed at 8 in the morning. 8, maybe sometime 9. Why? Because I want to take advantage of the sunrise. The sunrise is at 5:30. So I'm usually up making videos until 7 or 8. Which is good. Now there's a problem with that. When I go to bed, I wake up at like 2 p.m. I want to do another set of videos. For example, right now it doesn't look like it, but we're reacting to Trailer Park Boys, right? And it doesn't look like it, but I've already had 12 hours of the Trailer Park Boys recap, and in a week, right? So I like to do videos when I wake up. So why? Because when I film video and I go to sleep, I've always make sure that I upload as much as possible. That way my phone gets empty, right? Even then, I'll wake up and I'll be like, yo, you're not done uploading. The day I wake up and I realize that I don't have everything uploaded is a winning day, because they're like, okay, well, it was working the whole night. So then I'm gonna be filming from like 3 to 4, because I wake up at 2, take a quick shower. I'll be filming at 3 or 4. I'll film for an hour and a half until this battery dies. So this battery will die before this battery, right? And then what I like to do, I like to go in, take a small break, watch my shows, watch the Park Boys to recap. Then I'm going to be watching Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood to recap. The problem that I'm having lately is we are charging, we're charging too much, of course, but it's more than that, is because we are not charging fast enough. So I'll go in, I'll do a full hour and a half, and then I'll do an hour, the battery's already dead, which is enough, because that's 2 hours and a half, but it's not enough, because I want to do more. By the way, we're playing the tower, which is my favorite game, and the only reason we're playing the tower is because we're making videos. I thought it was fucking thunder, because it's supposed to be thunder tonight, and I want to capture it on camera. I got a text. Okay, cool. Reddit. King Club. Okay, so the plan would be, and it's funny because I talk about the plan. The ID came to me today. We did a taste test today. We did a test run today, and it was phenomenal. So this would be the new meta. Oh my god, this is such a long story. I'm trying to do it quick, but it's such a long story. So we used to have this amazing skateboard, and this amazing skateboard got watered. They're telling you like, hey, it's a bit waterproof, but you cannot go in puddles. But if you cannot go in puddle, this is not waterproof. So we got in the rain and it stopped working. So now we're using a scooter. The battery isn't great. The batteries are not great. Everything is kind of shitty, which is not a big deal per se, but still, it's because it's old. The battery is not great. I'm too heavy for the scooter. The scooter has a 200 pounds maximum. I'm 207 and 60 something. Yeah, so we're a lot heavier than I supposed to be. So I used to go at certain places with the skates. Like I go with the longboard, so now the longboard is pretty restricted. Like I live in Lachine, it's a coastal town. Let's go to the lake shore and just enjoy the lake shore, right? And I will go on the lake shore and enjoy it. And it was really fun. Don't get me wrong, it was really, really, really fun. However, it felt reductive because I'm like, you used to go to places, now you're stuck in the same city. So what I'm gonna start doing is, even that we have that, I'm gonna let the two camera here, the two phones here, plus the tablet, they're gonna be charging, they're gonna be uploading, and I'm gonna start taking the camera out for something called like a daily GoPro. So for example, when I do videos, I do a lot of videos that it's the original content, they're all coming from me. Like for example, this is the original content. I could do it on the GoPro because I'm going out. Things that I have to do recaps, I prefer to do them when I'm here because I have notes and I have everything I need to work, right? So yeah, so it would be something like the daily. Now, super simply speaking, the reason as to why we're doing this is, first of all, we're using a different camera. I do love the camera of the GoPro. There is this transition. There's almost this. It's so weird to explain. It's almost like a round camera. Because we have a round camera, the image here is clear, but in here it's like, whoa, it's fusing with whatever. That's actually really cool. I like the quality of the camera. I like that there's different camera. I like the fact that there's different camera a lot. This has always been something that I've been looking for. This has always been something that I wanted. So this is huge for me. This is extremely important when it comes to choosing. And lastly, which is even more important, is the fact that I want my phone to relax. I want them to be able to upload, and I want them to be able to charge correctly. Now, we're going to be starting to bring my phone at my father's house during the nights. We're going to be keeping it on the charger, but at the same time, it's going to be uploading. So that's going to be amazing because instead of having one Wi-Fi, we're going to have two Wi-Fi. We've been doing work behind the scene to make sure our Wi-Fi is stronger because lately we've been feeling motivated. I've been feeling in the mood to do things. I've been really, really, really in the mood to create. So that equates to a lot of content being filmed. And by bringing it to my father's, so what you do is the Wi-Fi will work and it will have, for example, the 6 devices connected, so they all work for 6. If two devices connected are asking for a lot of energy, it'll be worse. So what I will start doing is I'll start disconnecting every single Wi-Fi device. I already disconnected most of them. I only have the tablet and the computer to do, and that's pretty much it. So it's gonna be super, super, super simple. The goal once again would just be to have enough Wi-Fi to upload, to fully empty our phones both day or the day, each and every single day. Again, the reason is extremely simple. The more we upload, so when I'm saying that my phones are full, I'm not necessarily saying that they're full from today. I'm saying that we filmed a lot. There's some content I filmed. See, it's crazy. So I'm able to upload a certain amount of content every single day, and I work every single day. But for example, if I'm able to upload, I'm giving a number like that, 60 gigs of content per day, but I'm filming for 70 gigs per day. Then I have 10 gigs, and those 10 gigs are becoming more and more and more. Now, I know what you're saying. Ink, who fucking films 70 hours, 70 gig of gameplay, of content? Well, I just gave you the answer, the gameplay. So, for example, right, the tower will play will play around 4 hours per day. So 4 hours per day is about 40 gigs. Now, just there, this is insane because we're filming on 3 devices. So that's 40, that's 40, that's 40, right? That's 120. Right there, just there, I don't have enough. I don't have enough Wi-Fi to fix it. Now, for the tower, I did find something, and that's a really, really, really good news. The longer the videos are, the bigger they are, but also the less time they take to upload. So, for example, a video that is 60 gigs long, right? We'll give you an example. will take less time to upload than a 40 gigs videos. I know what you're saying. Ink, that doesn't make sense. You're absolutely right, that doesn't make sense. However, a single video of 60 will upload faster than multiple videos of 40. I don't know how it works. I don't know why it works like that, but it does. So if I could do one video of the tower per day times sheet, it would be better. Also, there's the fact that YouTube only allows 100 videos a day. Now, the 100 videos a day, we often reach it on the gaming channel. It's not a problem with the main channel, but again, I don't want to restrict myself. I'm in a prison right now. The prison is either I don't have enough battery, either I don't have enough storage. Now, imagine the prison being either I don't have enough battery, either I don't have enough storage, or either I cannot upload anymore. Those are three things that could fuck me over. So it's always managing resources and always making sure that we're preventing the worst. Anyway, that being said, I love you guys. Take it easy. Peace. Abracadabra. Okay, this is done. This will go here. Oh. Okay, good. Okay. Oh. Jean Chalit. What the fuck is Jean Chalit? Jean Chalit. What is that? What a weird thing to say. Don't blink. Yes, you blink. Okay, so doing well because I'm having a wonderful day on this 30th of May 2025. We are back with some Trailer Park Boys. First of all, I just want to talk about it. I just wanted to talk about how much I'm enjoying the season. I want to apologize before we start. I know this is a weird thing to say. I know that I probably already said it, but most of you guys will not watch the whole video, so I want to do it in the beginning of the video. I want to apologize for the lack of interest in season 8. Some season 9, I was going through pretty bad episode of depression. We're doing a lot better now. There's good days, there's bad days. And I gotta say, season 10, I'm really enjoying it. The reason why I was so nervous to recap or review them is because I felt like this was a great show that I enjoy, and their show deserves better than me constantly criticizing it. And it was really weird because yes, I've watched the whole season so often, but the new season, I don't know why, I kept going back to them, and I was like, dude, this is so much shit. Why am I came back to them? And right now we're seeing season 10, and it's fucking phenomenal. Gotta say, I'm not a fan of season 11. However, season 12 is possibly the best season ever. So I'm actually really excited. And by the way, we might finish season 10 today. We have season 10 episode 5. If we finish it today, I'm at season 11 tomorrow. And if I finish season 11 tomorrow, then on Sunday we finish it. Now I will take a little break. No, that's not true. I'll do Monday. I'll do the special. Yeah. So anyway, enough with the blah blah. Let's do it. I know lately my recap, my reviews are my reviews are more so like recaps of shit. It's not because I'm less interested. It's just that the beginning season where are almost 2020. Oh, what a fucking beautiful Haley. That's a beautiful name. That's a beautiful name. Reddit dating. So, like I was saying, there's been so much that's going on. The newer seasons are also interesting, but the fact that you cannot talk about them is because the boys are producing them, first of all. Everything that's coming from an interview is from SwearNet, so you know it's different also. I'm not trying to be negative, right? But back in the days, see, this is something that Matt Damon has talked about. Do I like that Matt Damon? No. He can suck a cock. However, in this optic, he is right. So what happened is, back in the days, we used to make better movies because even if a movie wasn't making enough money, they would have the DVD sales. Ooh, blah. Oh, shit. Okay. The DVD sale would do something. For example, right? A movie costs 110 million to do. The movie in theater made 90 millions, right? You lost money. Now, with a DVD, you made 60 million. So your whole profit is 50 millions. The DVD extra. I don't think you guys understand. From season 1 to 5, into the Bible, there's 5 hours of deleted content. I think it's to season 6, but I'm not sure. I wish I was joking. The Trailer Park Boy first movie, the DVD, there's as much deleted extra content deleted scene as the main movie. It is mind-baffling. So you see, with Netflix it's better, but at the same time there's less behind the scene, which is okay. I don't mind. So we have, if you don't believe it, it's not real, which is, I don't understand. Oh yeah, okay. So it's kind of fucked up. We got Ricky, who promised Lucy to be back and nice to her. He has a freaking dude. This is so good. I forgot how good this was. Ricky promised to be nicer to Lucy, so he cooks her a freaking pancake and he gives her a carrot. The cat isn't clean, there's still the skin. So it's kind of disgusting. He has her own flower. He wakes her up, and that's really cool. The scene itself is a bit boring, but the scene that is really cool is you're seeing like this is the key. This is the knob hole. The doorknob hole. The knob hole. Because you're seeing this, what is really, really, really interesting is that I don't know how to say it. Is the perceived notion that this is it is the perceived notion that this is not a notion. It is the perceived notion that okay, well, you know what, this is not filmed. So it is filmed, but it's pretending like it's not filmed. So Lucy right here, she's done with Ricky. She feel like he's a fucking asshole, right? And that's cool because Ricky is really mad at this, and Ricky is really mad at this because he's blaming Julian for this. He has a new formula for the 5 hours weed energy. Now the cool thing is with this, when you actually look at multiple, and this is a true story. When you look at the energy drinks, most of these are made in lab, right? There are chemicals. There's a lot of chemicals. Look at the 5 hour energy. When you look at who created the 5 hour energy, it is a fucking doctor. It is a fucking doctor. The fact that we have 5 hour D energy, that is cool, is coming back to nature. See, what I love with the trailer park is they don't fuck with pills. They don't fuck with pills. They don't fuck with cocaine. They don't fuck with chemical stuff. They fuck with ash, weed, and mushrooms, which are all natural. This is what I really enjoy. Keep it natural, baby. So we have the fighting. They have this new formula. Got Leahy trying to defend himself, and I gotta say, Leahy is really trying to fight himself. And what I absolutely adore in season 10 that I didn't really notice before is that yes, they're all bitches to Leahy, but Barb actually is pretty nice. Now the coolest thing is in season 9. No, this is the coolest thing. In season 10, Barb blackmailed Leahy, saying, if you don't help me, I'll tell your secret to the whole world. And we don't know what the secret is. The secret is he's Ricky's father. So he's not Ricky's father. So it's so complex. It's so fucking complex. So, it's so complex. This is one of the hardest thing in Trailer Park Boys. So Leahy was the father of Ricky, but Ricky feels like his father was Ray because Ray raised him. However, Leahy isn't the father, so we don't know who the father of Ricky is. That's a bit secret. They're doing a truck which is supposed to be easy peasy. It's not easy peasy to get shot. And the funny thing is, he shoots Jacob. That's my son-in-law, and this is cool because Ricky actually really pushed the plot that hey, I care about you, you know. And even though how can I say this? It is nice to see. It is nice to see, but it's sad to see because the boys being worried about Jacob. Sorry, remind us of how they treated like shit Jacob and Corey. So the fact that he treated Jacob better is good. Now the thing with this scene is that it's more so Ricky that pushes them to go fix Jacob, right? And we know he does it for Trin. But I believe there's some part of Ricky that really likes Jacob. I think, subconsciously speaking, Ricky sees himself in him. And it's because, it is so fucking funny because there's a scene in season 8, I didn't talk about it because I thought it was kind of sad, but Ricky's like, why did you love Jacob? Why him? And Tracy said he's perfect, he's just like you. Which is really cool. And I think that Ricky realizes that Jacob is actually, I gotta say, Jacob is becoming not my favorite character, but he's becoming a character that I like. Early season Jacob, I don't dislike him, but I don't like him. I can do with or without, and I don't care. However, Jacob is actually really well written. So first of all, when you think about it, Jacob comes from the Collins, which is a cool family. We like Philadelphia Collins with like a dirty burger. Have the men crush on Julian, which is stupid, it's cringe, but it's akin to Leahy thinking about Sexion. And first, it's last of all, he ends up becoming the son-in-law of Ricky. Again, I'm going to repeat myself. I said this so fucking often. I'm tired of talking about it, but Ricky is the only family man. So everything that we know about family from the Trailer Park Boys, every vision of family that we have from the boys come from Ricky, no matter how fucked he is. Julie doesn't have a girlfriend, doesn't have kids. Bubble doesn't have a girlfriend, doesn't have kids. You know? And now, what is really, really, really cool here, and this is really pushed, but it makes so much fucking sense, and I love this. Ricky, oh my god, I just realized this right now. This is perfection because in the previous, in the past, we had Ricky trying to be a good father, right? Trying to be a really good father. And now we have a Jenna that's grown up, a Trinity that's grown up, and she has a baby. But she has a baby in season 8, which is the first season of the newest, the new era, if you will. So then the whole thing could be about Ricky being a good grandfather, which is fucking nice. Because Leahy's drinking more and more and more and more. And now it's nuts because this is also super smart, narratively speaking, but not that great. So Leahy comes in and says, hey, I got this really good technique. I don't know how long it's been, but it's proven. And then you kind of doubt the technique itself. And you could believe that Leahy was placeboing the thing. He wasn't getting Leahy drunk, but he was getting drunk, which is a comfortable thing for him, but he wasn't going to the pass out level. So was he drinking too much? Was he drinking not enough? Doesn't matter, because placebo effect meant, okay, I'm drinking the perfect amount. We have Sam Losco, which is really good because Sam Losco brought back from the last season as a caveman. Now he's a fucking Danger King, which is stupid. He said somebody stole my mom's teeth, and Bubble kind of admit that it's them, so they take it. Now they drag the body of Sam Losco, which is fucking dead. The cool thing here is Losco is like, yo, the cool thing here is that Losco is, oh man, this is why I love Trailer Park Boys so much. The cool thing here is that Losco kind of makes amends, and then kind of go bad at it, but he has a reason to. So like, once again, the boy fucked me over, so let's fuck them over. But it's not war. It's not. There's a purpose for that. Versus season 8, who is only friend with fucking Cyrus, right? Now in this one, there's a whole car talk about, oh my god, you killed Sam Losco, and like, no, you don't kill. Now why is that good? Is because back in the days, there was a podcast, and this is a true story. There was a podcast. So I got Netflix around during the pandemic, actually. So we're talking 2020. So we got Netflix, and I was watching the podcast a lot, but like every single day, right? And with the podcast, what I would do is they would reference the show in itself. So when they reference the show in itself, you're like, okay, well, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about because, again, I have no clue of what you can possibly mean. I got new neighbors today, brand new neighbors. So they kept talking about, Ricky was saying, oh, maybe I killed him, and Julian was like, no, you didn't kill him, and Bob said, no, you would never do that, and Ricky's like, yo, if you thought you did, and because you thought you did, it was Sam Losco, right? But again, it's one of their way to sell the series. So the thing with Trailer Park Boys, and that's a bit of a problem, but it's a bit of solution. So a bit of problem because if you don't follow the podcast, if you don't follow the shorts, if you don't follow the show, if you don't follow everything that's in between, you're not gonna go what's up. You're not gonna go like, holy shit, I know what's going on. But if you do follow him, that's a complete universe. I'm telling you guys, the Trailer Park podcast, we go on every single day, every single week for 10 years. That's a shit ton of content. Right? And most of the podcasts, just like the later season, are bullshit. They talk about everything and anything, right? But it's still, there's time. And even if a minute of each podcast was something from the lore, we would have 520 minutes of lore, which is about 5 hours and I don't fucking know, but 5 hours something. So yeah, the Trailer Park Boys, they're talking about how they kill Sam. They drop Sam. He lost his 2 pets. We rescue Sam. Sam is still alive. He ran away, which is really cool. It's really, really cool. We go back to the park, and this time he's still fucked. And it's so funny because this time Ricky lost a door. The last time he lost a bumper, and Lucy was pissed at him. And another text. Dude, I love Reddit king side. Um, so now more problem with Ricky and Lucy, and as much as I like this relationship because they're working through shit, it's just bullshit because Ricky keeps on pushing her. So at first you're like, Lucy, you're complaining too much. Lucy, stop complaining. Lucy, you're boring because you're complaining so much. But now you're like, Ricky, you're fucking up so much. She has a right to complain, right? We have Sam. Sam who tells the boys that his mother told him not to fight. We got Barb's blackmailing Leahy, and this is my favorite moment. So this is very telling of what's gonna happen. So here Barb comes in, and she doesn't come in with Donna. She doesn't come in with Candy. She still needs the help of Leahy. She's still in it as leverage versus Leahy, but she's doing better and she's nicer. So when at the end we have Barbara, who by again Sunnyvale. Oops, spoiler. This is good. This is really good. You got the boys who have what is that already? Oh yeah, they have the thing that they sold. Now the cool thing is the truck that they have is filled with liquor and filled with gambling machine. So first, Steinberg is like, yo, give me the money, I'll give you the information. You do whatever you want with the truck. And then Julian, instead of selling them, he's buying the machine, gambling machine, and the liquor. Now this would be cool if we didn't have this in season 8. So this is rehashed stuff. But again, it's not like they rehashed every single season. They rehashed it once. Let's not complain about it. You got season 10, episode 6, Unlimited Drugs. Yeah, what a title. So this is really good. And episode 4, we're talking about privatizing the park and making it a casino. And season 5 and episode 10, in season 10, episode 5, you have all the material, and now you have the confirmation. And the funny thing is, it takes fucking Randy with a bow tie to say, okay, well, his job changed. This is fucking stupid, but it works. So you have the girl coming in and Leahy saying this is privatized. Once again, the plan to privatize it is actually really good. Really, really, really good. Now, Julian is like, oh, it's working really well. People work really well. You got a couple of cool lessons with J-Rock and with MC. There's a cool moment where MC constantly disrespected J-Rock, and you know it's nice because it is gonna happen, that disrespect. But that me and my father, if we fought today, it happens, you know. But in MC, I gotta say, I love the character of MC. I like the character of MC. He's thoughtful, his reflections are nice. Kind of a result of the fucked up relationship of his dad. We got Julian. Now the problem is people are coming in for free weed. Oh, this scene is so fucking important. So you have this. Wake me up. Tired. It is a fuck up. This is Ricky betraying, well, not betraying, but hurting Lucy again and again, and Sarah. And this moment, this is what I want from Sarah. This is what I want from Lucy. Lucy's like, yeah, but he's trying. And then Sarah, this is such a powerful scene. We're not talking about it. This is such a powerful scene because you have Sarah that says, hey, don't go back with Ricky. Do not go back with him. But she can tell by the way that Lucy looks at Ricky that she will go back with him. There's nothing that she can do to stop it, right? Which is something I really enjoy. You got Bubble, and this is really cool because Bubble is practicing for music, and you think he's practicing for the bar, but he's also practicing for the Legion. And this is why I didn't make the connection in the first place of the Legional being something from the show, because you never see Bubble practicing. There's never a mention of the Legional until it happens. So Julian's like, yo, you're gonna be playing for me. Then people come in and say, yo, I want free dope. And you want free dope. And Julian's like, what the fuck happened? And now this is the best thing. It's like about how Bubble and Ricky kind of fucked it up. So with alcohol, he was saying unlimited alcohol, which is legal. Weed is not legal. But since it's a private property, you can kind of do whatever the fuck you want. You got Leahy coming in, saving fucking Randy, which is good. This is good. This is really good. He's saying Leahy, Randy was captured by the tree. Bitch, yeah, bitch. It's so cool because this is kind of like a trailer park itself. It's a camping ground of a trailer park, right? So I love that. It gives a sense of community, a sense of universe to it. You see Randy, where they were shoving frozen mackerel up his ass. Don't ask me why. Everybody that comes in wants free drugs. Now the funny thing is that Ricky said free drugs and he didn't mean it. And then when they want free drugs, it's like, no, not everything is free. I think it's inclusive. So they're both fucking pissed. Now J-Rock actually did something cool for this kid. He's like, I understand that you need space. It is funny because with J-Rock, that's actually really good writing. So with J-Rock, with MC Flurry, he's trying to get Marsha to be his mom, right? And T tells him, and he doesn't listen. And then Julian tells him, and it's like, fuck. That's the second time people told me, you know? So they're telling, if you need some space, you got the space for you. So like, okay, that's pretty cool. You got Leahy and Randy being back. This is them getting closer. And again, it's Leahy actually making an effort to get Randy. However, in this effort, he becomes drunker. So a sober Leahy making the effort to get Randy, amazing. A drunk Leahy making the effort to get Randy. We saw this once, we saw this twice, we saw this 3 times, we saw this 4 times, you know. So Julian is kind of pissed. People told him that was free dope. Now, it's so fucking funny. We see the ads. I want to show you the ads because it's so fucking funny. Oops.
Fucking commercial? It's fucking awesome. See it? Let me see the fucking thing.
Look at this, look at this. Look at this. This is awesome.
Time to have it all every single time.
Look at this. I love this. Manivelle. Ricky. I love that it kept it in. I love that it kept it in. This is so fucked. One of the funniest pieces of content they ever done was in Austin, live from Austin. So Bubble wants to be an actor, wants to be a celebrity, and he's like, "Yo, I'll do." He doesn't say I'll do whatever it takes, but he wants to be a celebrity. So then he comes in and he does his impression. So he does Pulp Fiction, he does Terminator, and he does Sling Blade. And the Sling Blade impression, it's amazing. It's amazing. It's amazing. So you got the ads, and then he tells them, and then they fight. Now that's a really cool thing because they're fighting, and technically speaking, this is all that's going on. Ricky fucks up, Julian gets really mad, and he goes too far, and then they fight. It happened with my father today. Today I had to fight with my father. He said some mean stuff, and I don't know. So then Jimmy Kimmel calls him. And then the cool thing with that was that Jimmy Kimmel is a huge celebrity. The cool thing with that is because, how can I say this? It's a celebrity that became part of the show, right? But this is also a showcase of how big the Trailer Park Boys had became. They become an household name. I gotta say, that's thanks to YouTube. That's thanks to Netflix. Yeah, they went to global. So by showing this is really cool. And he invites Jimmy Kimmel. And this is also a good way because when Snoop, when Ben Branson, and when Tom Arnold come in, they can say, "Oh, we saw you on Jimmy Kimmel," right? That's really, really cool. Now the interview in itself is fucking phenomenal because they're being honest. But what I really enjoy here is the interview is nice, but the second thing is it really feels real. Like it really feels like it's an interview. You got MC Flurry who wants to leave, and that's a really cool moment because for the first time, you're actually listened to MC Flurry. And that's a great thing about the relationship. So J-Rock assumed what MC Flurry wanted, but MC Flurry was happy with what he had, you know? So, it's kind of sad, but at the same time, it's purposeful. We have this. We have Leahy being completely fucking drunk and needing to drink. And this is actually a really good place. So, he comes in the house, and the first thing he does, get in trouble, they start drinking. and he's like, I need a pint. And the cool thing is, the whole season, he tells you how much he needs. Now we don't really measure, but he drinks a whole bottle, right? And he just bought it. So now they make peace. They fix the car. They're good together, and it's fun. And again, it's something that this is something the new season, they do better than the old season. So the new season is all about the boys, right? And the boys being close, and the boy being together, and it's fun. It's fun because it feels like something that would happen. It feels like they would have those conversations. This is why I love the podcast so much, because it feels like something that would happen, right? But at the same time, what I have a problem with, is, see, it's nuts, because again, this is the universe of Trailer Park Boys. Having these scenes with the three guys, it's so amazing. But we would have needed them from the get-go. Now we got them a lot from the podcast, you know. So this scene is actually really, really, really nice, and yeah. So I'm liking this scene, but it's just something that I would have wanted more. And when it happens, I'm like, this is so good, I want more of it. And I think there's also the fact that I did watch the episode before. I think I know how the show ends, and I know how rare they are. But we have the three boys coming together and figuring shit out together. So this is fucking humongous. Season 10, episode 7. Everything up in smoke. So we got Ricky, who's fighting. No, Lucy gives shit to Ricky, and she's like, yo, I need the money for the wedding. And Ricky said, I don't have it. Julian doesn't give me money. Now he's pissed at Julian. So this is another case of the boys fighting. This is actually why I was against the first episode. The last one where they were talking, like, you give me a really good moment with the boys, and then you give me them fighting, and you binge watch the whole shit. It's like, okay, well, don't do something and just the next scene take it away. Like, hey, we found a solution to your sickness. Oh, well, this medication didn't last. It didn't work. Why did you do it? So they're working together, which is really cool. Snoops comes in, which is fucking huge. See, to be honest, Snoop in itself, is he a bigger star than Jimmy Kimmel's? I don't know. But Snoop in itself, and again, I'm gonna get some hate for that. I don't care. Was I ever a fan of Snoop? Not really. I did like some of his songs. So Good at Church was really good. Vado was really good. Drop It Like It's Hot was really good. I was born in the 90s, so Drop It Like It's Hot was really, really, really popular. The thing with Snoop is, it's actually the Trailer Park Boys that introduced me to Snoop, which is kind of, in a sense, crazy. Imagine this, the Trailer Park Boys introduced me to Snoop. Who would have thought? Who would have guessed? Not me, not this guy. So this is what's really cool. This is what's really, really cool. Is that there? So this is context also. You're all gonna die at the same time, guys. Come on. This is cool because to me, a nice partnership is they did two podcasts. So the first podcast is they went on Snoop podcast, and then Snoop went on their podcast. By the way, they did the same thing with Steve-O. Steve-O went on their podcast, and they went on Steve-O podcast, which I absolutely love. Now, the funny thing is, Trailer Park Boys, episode 42 of the podcast is the Jackass. So they already met Steve-O. So Steve-O has been on the podcast 2 times. You know? But with Snoop, that's what it is. Now, with Snoop, there's a lot of content that's not edited. So, for example, there's a boat party, and it's Snoop that's organizing it. And it just feels real. But what it feels even more real is just a conversation. Episode number 6 was, to me, a godsend. It was just so fucking funny. But also, the fact that Snoop is really close to Bubbles, right? And he calls Bubbles Bubs. And it's adding to the characters. Like, it's not about those characters being real, but making them feel real. When to make them feel real, have people that you already know call them by their name from the actor. For example, if you watch a show, right? For example, I'm watching Jersey Shore right now because it's funny as fuck. If I was watching Jersey Shore, and an actor I didn't like, and he was cool with them. I'm like, okay, well, let me give this a chance. Would I like him? I don't know. Would I give it a chance? Absolutely. No question asked. Not even a problem there, concern. So with this, I'm really liking this. Tom Arnold, again, I was really rough with him. At the end, he does have a good role. It's just the amount of place that he takes. But then, yeah, how can I say this? It's a really different experience to watch a show to recap it versus watching a show to enjoy it. You pay more attention to details. Tom Arnold character is annoying. Tom Arnold character is too intense. It's like you're here for a couple episodes, but you're acting like your main cast. However, Tom Arnold character is possibly the best character of the show. Why? Because he lived the fan dream. So when Tom Arnold he says, I watched every episode. Most of the fans already did watch all the episodes. My god, the shitmobile. Everybody would see the shitmobile and say, oh my god, this is shitmobile. You would hear Ricky talking like, this guy's fucking stupid, right? And that's so fucking funny. So we have Tom, which actually redeemed himself. The acting was good. We have Ben Benson. I didn't know who he was. I still don't know who he is. Does it really matter? Not really. But he smokes a lot of weed, so the boys like him. Now the cool thing is that Snoop is there. J-Rock, once again, J-Rock character here, not my favorite, because he comes in, it's like, yo, I need a fucking contract, right? So we got Leahy here coming to see Randy, and what is really cool about this is every time they see each other is through the fences, right? Now, a lot of people would think that, oh my god, this is so cute. The fans represent their inability to love each other. The fans represent the cage that doesn't hold them together. No, it's because Leahy is fucking traitor. He's banned from the park, right? But it's still kind of cute. Visually speaking, it is very cute. So you have this, which is really cool. You got Tom Arnold who's driving this shit mobile. You got Bubbles. This is so fucking nice. Bubble really does a good job here. So he was like, I want to go hunting shopping cart with you.
We could probably do that. We could do a 50-50 split on anything we make. No. You keep all the money. It's just something on my list. I gotta do it. I never turn down free labor. Well, just wait, Dave. We can make a deal, okay? I'm playing at the Legion.
So it's just nice because Tom Arnold character, yes, is intense, but if he's part of the boys, that's cool. I don't want him to be in front of the boys. I want him to be, if he's next to the boys, I don't care, right? So Bubble really introduced him, and he has the shopping cart. You got Ricky presenting to Snoop the drugstore. Now the coolest thing is he bring Lucy and Sarah. So there's two cool things here. This is possibly a good way for Ricky to get a sorry in, because he owes an apologies, first of all. Second of all, it's also fucking cool because the boys, they don't treat Snoop as a celebrity, but he is a celebrity, right? It's like, how would you react to seeing fucking Snoop Dogg with stream? It's what the girl does. Not the girls as women, but the girls Lucy and Sarah. Trailer Park Girls. So we have Leahy coming back to Leslie. And what I fucking love here, what I absolutely fucking love here, my favorite fucking part of all of this is that Leahy and Leslie together, again, when I was watching the thing, not the most interesting thing, right? When I was actually reacting to it, it's so fucking good. Just give me a sec. Give me a quick second.
Since his first appearance in Devil May Cry 4, Nero has been able to lay down the law by putting his full force into a dropkick called Rainbow. I really wanted to use this move, so I basically did a whole challenge run with it. But when I created that video, I didn't realize that Nero had access to a second type of dropkick in DMC5. If you have Rawhide equipped and use the Wire Snatch to pull yourself to a large enemy, the grandson of Sparta will perform this awesome aerial dropkick to launch himself off of the demon. Kalina Ann has an insane secret. In Devil May Cry 5, you can acquire 2 versions of Kalina Ann. These culminate into a single weapon, but once you unlock a regular full custom, you can equip each individual rocket instead. If you try swapping between the two while shooting, this is what it would look like. But with one simple change, you could do this instead. By unequipping the only upgrade Kalina Ann has, it allows you to fire rockets like machine guns by swamp canceling. DMC3 would be proud. Kalina Ann has an
Ok, c'est bon, c'est cool. Excuse, parce que moi j'ai pas suivi le début, là, fait que je suis un peu perdue. Et on
Laissez
est...
entendre, c'est justement mon approche à moi pour le sujet, pour qu'on puisse se comprendre.
Max, boy, let's see.
N'importe quoi, il tombe mal.
I need to feel happy here.
Excuse me, sir.
That's mine. Please.
Okay. Here you go.
Okay.
Just 2 best buds eating watermelon together.
Yeah. Come here, Sully.
Come here, Charlie. Oh, he's patting the chair.
Here you go. Cheers. That's awesome. And thank you. Bye.
I'm still gonna eat it.
I got my ear.
Watch this. Try it with me.
Try it. Too hard.
Watch this. You ready?
Hein? Ah ouais, si, pas que. Man. Choo 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 choo. I gotta say, once again, Leslie and Leahy, wow. Because all Leahy does is drink, right? But all people do is tell Leahy not to drink. So with Leslie also being an alcoholic, see, this is the insane part. The only other alcoholic we had in the series was Ray. So because the only other alcoholic that we have in the series was Ray, and Ray and Leahy ate each other more, kind of canceled out, right? One good, one evil. Now, with Leslie possibly teaming up with Leahy, both are fucking drunk. It's amazing. And what I love about this the most is they're propping each other up. It's like two pieces of the same coin. The same side of... So you got a coin, there's tails and a tail. What if you had a two-faced tail? Two-faced coin. That was what you get with them. And what I love is he has a liquor and he forces Leslie to drink. And it's actually quite nice because it's actually quite nice. He has a gun and he's putting it. You got Tom Arnold who's taking a picture, hugging the guts of Randy, which is really, really, really weird. You got the boys talking about the money veil, and Snoop Dogg being really cool to MC. You got Ricky's working on a recipe for the 5-hour energy. Trin is getting shit. Trin looks good, dude. Shady looks good.
It's not my fault.
So basically what happened is, and this is crazy because I don't think we're season 10 episode 7 and I don't think we ever seen Trinity mad at Ricky. That's crazy. You got Bubble getting the shopping cart, and this is assessment of how Tom Arnold did.
Still got the fucking flapper on it. That's $23. $23? Holy shit! I thought today was gonna be a shit show, you know. When Tom said he wanted to go home carts, I thought, oh yeah, I'll be fucking babysitting him. You know, fancy guy from Hollywood. Then it starts raining horse cocks, and I mean, normally I'd pack it in because, you know, it gets dangerous, you could be blasted with lightning. But he was a trooper, he wanted to stay out. And next thing you know, he throws up the clock and gets a fucking 2100 series. Perfect conditions, fucking natural. This is a perfect day. The weather is perfect.
It's really, 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 really good. So then the shopping cart, they go back, they talk about how well they did. Everybody is having fun except for Ricky, Julian, and Randy, and they're having fights. Now the cool thing is, Barb's come in, and it's just for fighting, but Randy comes in. It's nuts, because, so technically it doesn't serve a purpose more than just being stupid. It doesn't serve a purpose just being more than shitty, but it does serve a purpose. So Randy comes, Barb, Donna, and Candy comes in, the fights. Randy comes in, and then Steve Rogers comes in. So Steve Rogers showed the money veil as fast people fighting. The cool thing is people hear that Snoop is in here, so Steve Rogers actually tries to interview him, and then Julian protect Snoop Dogg, which I thought was really cool because it's an inclusive resort. Yes, they have celebrity, but it doesn't mean that they don't have access to privacy, right? We got Lucy and Ricky.
Fuck yourself, you two punk.
I didn't want to talk about it because it's kind of greasy, even for the Trailer Park Boys. But Tom offered money to fuck Lucy, and he offered money to Julian, and then Bubba was like, "This is kind of greasy, isn't it?" And Snoop was like, "No, because they're not together. If they were together, sure, it's greasy, but they broke up, so all is fair." So then Julian said, "I'm gonna try to talk to him," and then he kind of broke the deal. The funny thing is, Tom offered 10,000. Julian talked to Sarah. He offered her 5,000, and Sarah offered Lucy 4,000. So it's super nice, but they're really fighting. Tom they agree. Randy and Candy fight. They have bets on who's gonna be the winner, and that's pretty much it. I really, really enjoy the fact that Ricky was pissed at Julian because this is going too far. So then Julian asked Snoop, "Listen, bro, I have money issue. Can you invest?" And Snoop like, "Yeah, sure, I'll invest it." And it's all thanks to Steve Rogers because Steve Rogers like, "Well, think about Moneyville," and Snoop is like, "This is the best place ever." So it does have a purpose. You got Super Bling Cowboy, which is possibly some of the funniest thing ever. You got 50%, we're good. You got Bubbles with you got Bubbles in a shed, which is super cute. Look at this. The kitty.
Get off me. Get off me.
You okay, little buddy? Are you having a
Get
nightmare?
off me. Get off me. Look at this. This is funny. This is.
You okay, little buddy? Are you having a nightmare?
It's so cool. Look at this. Look at this shit.
Daydream over and over.
These degrees on the bullying.
You used to get
Tom, he understands the situation. Tom actually does a good job in saying like, "Yo, I just get bullied too," and he reassured Bubbles. Now, this is the funniest thing. This is
where else. By the way,
every season together. This is the funniest thing ever. You have to watch this.
I slept like a baby up here last night.
Yeah, baby, huh?
Baby, I don't think babies don't know.
Just listen to this.
Late night last night, trying to get to sleep. Next thing you know, I hear creaks. Try clearly, right dry. But you know what? Why?
It's feeding the geese. You're fucked. You're fucked, bud. Bubble, you're fucked. That's amazing. We got Snoop just chilling there. It's kind of cool because there is a scene with Corey talking to Snoop. Corey, we know he wanted to be a rapper. That's actually cool. That's pretty much it, to be honest. Now, you know what I think I'm gonna do? I'm gonna stop here because we did. You know what? Let's do 45. Okay, let's finish. But then, because I don't want to. I get tired of reviewing. Okay. Okay, whatever. Well, let's take it. Because the problem is, if I can finish this today, I can possibly finish off season 11 tomorrow. Okay, let's try it out really hard. So, but then I'm not as interesting because I don't care. I got the boys chilling, everybody's chilling. Bubble is actually nervous about his spectacle. What is really cool is that he's talking to Snoop, and Bubble also together are cool. That Snoop that gave him the idea of becoming the cowboy, the what? Super Bling Cowboy. Bubble is nervous about this. He's nervous about everything. He has this show tonight. We got Julian going back to the park and saying, "Hey, what can I do?" And this is cool because Julian goes along. So this is Julian being worried that he has to fix everything. Beth Benson, oops, that's also funny. Beth Benson, who's been complaining about being hungry for so long. They finally find some good food, and the good food is fucking J-Rock's wife. You got the beginning of Leahy and Leslie working together, which is, again, this is brilliant. And then the problem with that is that Leslie is like, "Yo, I have these pills," and this is why they're fucking up. They go dress shopping. It's too expensive. They find a dress, but the dress has a cum stain on it, so that's kind of greasy. Again, he made the offer for Tom do the offer for Lucy to fuck him for 10,000. We have more of the scene because Julian needs more money, and then Tom is like, "Yo." Okay, so Julian needs more money because he just saw Steinberg, and he's like, "I'll give you money if I fuck Lucy," and then that's pretty much it. So then Sarah trying to convince Lucy, as I said before, I thought it was last episode, but it was this episode. Julian needs some help from Leahy of all people, and you see that Leahy is super fucking drunk. We have Bubble going into his concert. This is what I'm talking about when it's too much. For example, you got Leahy drunk coming in, and Tommy's what I want to see Leahy 10 out of 10 drunk. Knowing it's gonna be a shitstorm. Knowing it's gonna be a fucking shitstorm. Which is super fucking funny. They're fighting. We got the contest. Bubble does horrible because he was doing a song. That wasn't his. And now they say no, original only. And then he did A Chicken Sandwich, which is not his best song. He was playing on the ukulele. Thank you, Corey. But it's more that he lacks confidence. And then Snoop comes in and helps him out. And dude, they make this song. All I wanna do is smoke and fuck some hoes. All I wanna do. Then you got the whole Trailer Park, and look at this. It's actually really cool. So this is a success. And Bubble ends up winning, which is really, 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 really nice. Really nice. I love this. Then they meet the same people that used to bully on Bubble because Bubble was called a nerd by the bullies. Then Tom and Snoop, they actually tell them, hey, it's not cool to bully. It is really not cool to bully. So then Lucy comes in and apologizes to Ricky. And that is a good thing is, yes, Ricky fucks up, but Lucy also fucked up, right? So it doesn't, oh shit. It doesn't really cancel out, but still. I'm just gonna be putting this on the charger. I got 50%, we should be okay. 3%, shit! All I wanna do, you guys gonna be hearing some you'll be hearing some, I'm sorry, you'll be hearing some Well, I'm sorry, guys. I was gonna finish it, but I can't because the phone is powered down because there's no battery. So now I have to take care of a lot of things. Shit.